Hi, I'm Robbie Bobby. The topic of this video is the Karpman Drama Triangle. What is the Karpman Drama Triangle? It's a construct that helps explain what causes drama in relationships, and not just romantic relationships. The beauty is in its simplicity. In my mind, it is absolutely brilliant. The triangle involves three distinct roles that people play, often unconsciously. These are represented by the three corners of the triangle. These roles are victim, rescuer, and persecutor. The word role is critical in understanding the drama triangle. Drama is not caused by actual victims, rescuers, and persecutors, but rather by people who are acting out these roles due to their unconscious needs, fears, repressed trauma, and childhood conditioning, etc. A victim on the triangle is someone who feels or acts like a victim, who feels persecuted, oppressed, powerless, and ashamed, who takes on the victim stance of poor me. This is very different from being an actual victim. A rescuer on the triangle is someone whose motto is, "Let me help you." This is the classic enabler or codependent. They feel guilty if they don't rescue someone in need of their help, but their help merely keeps the victim dependent on the rescuer, which is precisely what they want. The victim is really not interested in solving his problems, just as the rescuer is really not interested in solving them. They are mutually dependent on each other, playing their dysfunctional role. A persecutor on the triangle is someone who is controlling, blaming, critical, angry, authoritarian, rigid, and superior. Okay, so these are the roles or corners of the triangle. The action begins when someone enters a triangle. This automatically sends out the invitation to others to join in. For example, someone may enter as a victim, which then puts out the invitation to rescuers to rescue them, or persecutors to persecute them. It doesn't really matter as long as they are engaged with another actor. Either one will validate their victim role. In fact, even another commiserating victim will serve the purpose. Let's say that Victor, who is in a perpetual funk since his girlfriend broke up with him, enters a triangle as a victim by moaning to anyone who will listen that no one would be interested in a guy like him. Upon hearing this, Roger the rescuer believes he can help Victor solve his problem and begins to research dating sites as well as singles events in their area. He also makes suggestions on how Victor can improve his wardrobe and general appearance. Okay, so far what we have is a victim sending out an invitation and that invitation being accepted by a rescuer. If this is as far as it goes, it is considered a transaction. If Victor accepts Roger's advice and then steps off the triangle, no drama. If Victor continues to act helpless and Roger continues his efforts to rescue, what we get is more transactions, but no drama. Drama, according to Karpman, is when either player suddenly changes their role or position on the triangle. For example, if Victor gets fed up with Roger's meddling and yells at him to back off, then Victor has switched from the victim to the persecutor. If Roger was trying to help without an ulterior motive, without playing a codependent role, he would simply step off the triangle at this point. However, if he was playing the role of rescuer, he'll be in distress because his rescuer role is no longer being validated. This will force him into a new role, likely the victim role. Oh, poor me. Every time I try to help someone, they don't appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. This in turn may cause Victor, who is now the persecutor, to switch to the rescuer corner of the triangle and try to make his friend feel better. The roles have now completely reversed. This is drama. This type of drama can be short-lived or can go on for decades between two partners in a dysfunctional relationship who continuously cycle between roles. The solution, of course, is not simple or easy, but it starts with recognizing the roles, recognizing the invitations, learning not to accept invitations, and to learn what causes the unconscious need to play these roles. I believe that 12-step programs such as AA, Alanon, and ACA are very helpful in addressing the underlying issues that lead to such drama. However, even with 12-step recovery, the unconscious conditioning remains a powerful force and can cause one to wind up on the triangle without even realizing it. How did I discover the Karpman Drama Triangle? Well, it was referenced in the appendix of ACA's Laundry List Workbook. It sits at the center of a 2-page spread titled The Complete Picture, Characteristics of an Adult Child. If you go through the 14 traits, you'll see the connection. For example, trait 6 starts with, "We have an overdeveloped sense of responsibility, and it is easier for us to be concerned with others rather than ourselves." This sounds like a rescuer. Trait 5 states, "We live life from the viewpoint of victims." This describes the victim role. Other traits mention angry people and authority figures, which are connected with the persecutor role. These examples, by the way, just scratch the surface. Needless to say, the drama triangle will help you understand the traits better and hopefully to stop acting them out. If you're interested in learning more, I would suggest reading The Karpman Drama Triangle Explained by Chris West. I'll put the title in the description below. It's extremely well written and easy to understand. In fact, in my opinion, Chris West does a better job of explaining it than Karpman himself. I read Karpman's book as well, but prefer and recommend the Chris West book due to its clarity and much lower cost. And one last note on Karpman. He was a student of Eric Berne, who was the father of transactional analysis. Part of Eric Berne's theory was the concept of 3 internal ego states: adult ego state, parental ego state, and child ego state. This was the precursor to ACA's inner self, inner critical parent, and inner child. Karpman uses Berne's theory as the foundation of his drama triangle. Eric Berne coined the name Karpman Drama Triangle after reading Karpman's original papers describing his theory. By the way, Eric Berne and his classic book, Games People Play, originally published in 1964, are mentioned in the same appendix that mentions Karpman. As such, I consider both to be approved literature for ACAs seeking a deeper understanding as to what makes them tick. I'm Robbie Bobby. Thank you for listening, and as always, keep coming back.